Are you an outdoors person? Do you chase adventure? Well, every year, my family takes a trip up to our cottage in Cheboygan. And if you don't know where Cheboygan is, let me show you. This is the greatest thing about living in Michigan. Cheboygan, Michigan is right at the top of my index finger. It's about a 15-minute drive from Mackinac. Well, the bridge, I should say. Anyways, my aunts, my uncles, grandparents, cousins, we all make the drive, which is not short, 4.5 hours north to go to this cottage. If you were ever to visit my family's cottage, you'd have to be sure to bring a bathing suit and a towel, eat some of Grandma's homemade food, and hop on a four-wheeler or a snowmobile and go for a cruise. First off, you have to bring a bathing suit because we are just a 5-minute drive from Michigan's beautiful Lake Huron. It is beautiful. But I have to warn you, it's cold all the time, no matter what. When I was 8 years old, my Uncle Mark and I decided to go there and go for a swim. He jumps in and he's all, "Oh, it's warm." It was not warm. Not at all. As soon as my toes hit that water, I knew never to believe Uncle Mark again. Which is the reason for the next point that I have is we have a pond on our property that is always warmer than Lake Huron. And we have a dock. Lay out on the dock, soak up some sun. That's vitamin D, it's good for you. And if you work up an appetite after all that swimming and tanning, stop by Grandma's Camper. All the homemade food you can imagine. The first choice is homemade pizza. They make the dough from scratch and even the pizza sauce out of canned tomatoes from their garden. Very good. 10 out of 10. Second choice, homemade chicken pot pie. Very, very good. The crust, homemade again. And the vegetables are all out of their garden. Really good. My personal favorite is something that we call Titanicos. They are flour tortillas, just deep fried, with the meat and cheese in them. Very good. If I had to rate it, it would be 100 out of 10. And lastly, want to go for a ride on the wild side? Many options for that up there. As in the summertime, we have four-wheelers. We have around 400 acres of land with tons of trails. Just don't run out of gas. Because you will have about a 30 to 40-minute walk back, and that's if you know the property. If you don't know the property, you're going to have to call someone. So, there's that. Wintertime, we have snowmobiles. Of course, there has to be snow on the ground, which there usually is. And you can ride all over the 400 acres of trails. And if the weather is permitting and the pond is frozen, you can take that snowmobile right across the pond. It's a blast. But make sure you're dressed for the environment because it's cold. And one of my personal favorite things to do is take the old beater car we have out for a spin. We have a field that's behind the cabin, and it's specifically used for mudding. It is so much fun. Ripping and roaring through that field is just mud splatter everywhere. Don't expect to be clean after you're out of that car. It's going to be everywhere. You might even get it stuck and have to use a tractor to get it out. But you're up north. That's the fun in it. So if you ever get a chance to visit my family's cottage in Cheboygan, be sure to bring a bathing suit and take a plunge in one of the beautiful bodies of water around us. And stop by Grandma's Camper. Grandmas love to feed everybody. It's plenty of food. It's delicious, I promise. And take a ride on the wild side. You won't regret it, and you're going to have a blast. I can guarantee it. Thank you.